YouTube, man. I got the money, putting the money in the vault. It was a clusterfuck in there. 100%. Yeah, it was a clusterfuck in there, man. But of course, I decided to try to get a damn GPS one more time to cut on, and still, it's not happening. Sounds like the motherfucker's making a noise every time I plug it up.
Amazing!
It didn't that time. It took me forever to get the directions in. These motherfuckers, like, they didn't have no internet in there. I don't know if you remember the motherfuckers talking about if they can't track me the whole time. That $100 shit. But anyway, I got a load of PEX piping, another product that I'm familiar with. I never would have drove way out here to get it.
In 3 miles, take a slight right turn onto North Main Street.
No, sir. Well, you never know. Because
proceed to the route.
concession
In 1.3 miles, turn left onto East
talking about my
Road.
food truck business.
In 3 miles, take a slight right turn onto North Main Street.
The concession windows that I used, that I favored, were made somewhere out here. I don't remember exactly where. But the shipping for those were about $500 each. I don't know, I heard some rapping back there, man. They sealed the shit up, I did. I mean, they shut the door, I did. And it's my fault, I should have checked before I even pulled off. There's a car behind me now. I just heard some rattling that I didn't like. It was a couple of things I didn't like. They really didn't let me on the truck to brace nothing. They didn't even let me place my pallet jacks or nothing. They just kind of stuck everything on there. So it's kind of good and bad. But really you can't. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If I damage some PEX pipe, I don't need to get paid. If I damage some PEX pipe, I'm probably dead. I put it that way. If I manage to damage this PEX pipe, something seriously has happened. Like the truck might have blew up or something. For you guys that don't know, it's just plastic pipe. It's very flexible. Let me see what's going on back here. So that's what it is. It's PEX pipe. I don't remember where the fuck it's going, the name of the place, and who gives a fuck. But yeah, man, I'm on my way to Colorado, man. And I had the days mixed up for some reason. But anyway, it's probably a good chance I'm not going to get this shit up there. I just decided while I was in there,
half a mile, turn left
after
to
all
merge
the
onto
clusterfucking
I-49
that was
north
going
toward
on,
Kansas City.
I was like, I'm not rushing this shit. I'm not going through all this trouble to try to get this shit up there all fucking fast to run into another clusterfuck. Chances of me getting this shit off the truck fast probably ain't happening. But anyway, that's it. I got the load. I'm gonna have to say 1,300. And it's supposed to be 1,400, but with they shit, that's what I was gonna say. They didn't have no internet in there. It wasn't tracking in there. I'm trying to fuck with the app. They got some shit on there talking about dwell time, which I don't know what the fuck that is. Start recording. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. I don't know. They make the applications. They just don't think. We talk about this shit in Colorado. It was the bottom line, man. It was a clusterfuck in there. They had me in there waiting. I had to go find people after sitting in front of the goddamn place, sitting in front of the truck, just staring at the truck for so long that they didn't want me to go into the truck. I'm gonna kind of try to explain it briefly. First, they brought me in and they set me in the break room and they told me they would bring my paperwork to me once the paperwork was done. So I was sitting in the break room, but there's a lady that has an office in the right off the break room anyway. But if she opened up her door, it's access to the break room. So she's in there on the damn walkie-talkie, and some other lady is telling her about, you know, we need the driver, you know, and making it seem kind of urgent that they need the driver. So she comes and tells me, okay, we need to go out there. That's what she said. I'm like, out there? You mean like outside or in the building? You know? And she like, yeah, we need to go in the building. She takes me right to the truck. There's two guys that's loading the truck, and she just pointed over there. So I walk over there, and I'm just standing there, and they steady loading the truck, and then they get to go to the truck, and then they say, well, somebody will bring you some paperwork here in a minute. They go on about their business, man. Probably 20 minutes go by, and I'm just standing there. Wait. The guy comes back. That was one of the guys that was loading the truck. He don't come back to me. He just happened to be loading some other stuff in the area. But he ride by on his forklift, and then on his forklift he does this number. He look at his watch, look at me surprised, and be like, and then drive off again. So I sit there about 10 more minutes, and then I go out and I start trying to find motherfuckers. And bottom line, I finally get the paperwork, but I'm like, man, how the fuck can something so simple be so complicated? And the whole time, like I was saying, my internet wasn't working in the building at all, because I was trying to figure out this tracking app. I was trying to get the tracking app to give me the directions to where I'm going. But I'm not gonna lie, man, it was giving me too many directions. It was telling me truck stop here. I don't know, man. Motherfucker had about 15 stops. I couldn't even tell. I just seen the sign anyway. It said Midwest something. I think it may say, I don't know, I'm gonna try to catch it if I see another sign. But that's included, I'm in the Midwest, okay? Since nobody want to say what cities are in the Midwest, that sign was included that I'm in the Midwest. And this load ain't $2 a mile. Let's just put it that way. Whether I get it or not get it, it's not $2 a mile. It's still under $2 a mile. So what's so great about the Midwest? I got more than $2 up in Pennsylvania coming to the Midwest. I got more than $2. So, food for thought. But anyway, man, that's about all I got. Pretty much like I say, it's saying I got 10 hours and 14 minutes. I'm pretty sure I can get that down to the 9 hours or something. And it is 9:30. I can't get it there by about, what is it, 1,400 hours, I believe you said, 1,400 hours. What is 1,400 hours? That's 6 o'clock. Right? I can't get it there by, that's 4 o'clock. I probably could bust my ass and really try, but I'm like, fuck that shit, man. I'll just drop it off tomorrow morning. I'm gonna need a break after this shit. And I'm not gonna find no note. I already know that. I already know. No, this is the thing that I'm hoping. You know, them pretty mountains. Them pretty mountains that I was telling y'all about. I hope I don't gotta go to those pretty mountains in Colorado. Buena Vista Colorado. I don't know where that is, but I hope it's not up there in them damn mountains. Okay, YouTube. Excuse me. Let's try this again. What's up, YouTube? Today is May 20th. But I'm here to talk to you about yesterday, May 19th. Now, I've actually already recorded this video, but for some reason, the audio, I couldn't hear it, so I don't know what the hell happened. And I'm trying to give you some better audio. So basically, I really like to give you the news in the moment, but you wouldn't have heard nothing. That's the bottom line. It was in the moment. I was giving it to you last night about 10 p.m. hillbilly time, Colorado time, which was about midnight East Coast time. And I'm just joking with the hillbillies. We got hillbillies in North Carolina. But anyway, man, I'm going to try to do my best not to tell you about today, because today is very interesting. I'm going to try to stay focused on yesterday. So, of course, we all know anyway, yesterday, man, I got a load early that morning, about 5 something that morning. I started working on getting a load off the load board, and I managed to do so. I got one going from particular Missouri, pick up in particular Missouri, going to Buena Vista, Colorado, which I was thinking at the time that it was going to be somewhere around Denver, Colorado. Because remember, a couple weeks ago, I went to Denver, Colorado, and, you know, I was talking about how beautiful the backdrop was. How beautiful the backdrop was in Denver. And I was hoping to go back to somewhere like that. I was expecting to be in one of those places where you think you in Denver. It's not necessarily Denver, but you think you in Denver. You know, because just say for instance, my drop was in, I think it was Commerce City. But the DAT board would call it Denver. And also Amazon. And then also my hotel was in, I don't remember where it was, but it was somewhere else in another city that was near Denver, but they was calling it, I don't remember what they was calling it, but it wasn't Commerce City or it wasn't Denver. It was something else, but I put it in the DAT. It's Denver. Amazon, it's Denver. Even talking to people, it's Denver. And even out riding about, I'd see Denver this and Denver that, and I'd be like, hell, I thought I was in such and such. But it got like all of these places around, and I'm actually from a town like that. I'm from my hometown, which you probably don't care about anyway, but it's kind of by Charlotte, North Carolina. But it's Salisbury, North Carolina. And man, we got all these little places around there. Spencer, East Spencer, Woodleaf, Cleveland, Faith, Rockwell, Granite Quarry. I can't even think of all these places. It's got all these little places. First of all, Salisbury ain't that big anyway. But then it got these other places that really ain't that big. All around it with all these crazy ass names. But most likely, let's just say, for instance, just say you was new to the city. And you got lost and you call me and you be like, hey Tim, man, I'm trying to find where you at, man. I'm in Granite Quarry. I'm gonna tell you in Salisbury. You see what I'm saying? You in Salisbury. Now it may say you in Granite Quarry, but you in Salisbury. So anyway, that's what I'm basically saying. This was kind of got that, and y'all probably got cities like that too, where for some reason they got a separate name all type of things. Some things I don't even understand. Like Jersey City, we got a place called Jersey City. I can't even tell you about it. I don't even think it's an official name. I mean, everybody call it Jersey City, but this is Salisbury. I don't think you can look up Jersey City. I don't think you can look it up and find it. You see what I'm saying? I don't even think you can look it up and find Jersey not in Salisbury. I don't think you can do that. But yeah, you know, some places. But anyway, that's what I was expecting Buena Vista to be like. I was like, okay, yeah, it's cool. You know, I was in here calculating the miles in my head and shit. You know, because it was 706 or 4 miles. I don't know. It's one of them. Almost 704, 706 miles. And when I went to Denver, it was 697 miles, or 96, one of them. But it was real close in comparison. But I was farther west when I went to Denver. You see what I'm saying? I was farther west when I went to Denver. I was in, I think it was Acronach. If that's how you say it, I don't even like looking at it. But I think it was called Acronach, Kansas, to Denver was 696. So in other words, what I'm saying, it was farther west than Kansas, than particular. Let's say particular. It was farther west in particular. So I was like, you know, they're very close in comparison into the miles. So I'm pretty sure it's right there in that damn area. It wasn't. It was in them damn mountains. It was on top of them damn mountains. It was on top of the mountains. And I'm just going to try to put a little piece in right here. What's going on, YouTube? This is your man Tim. And we are up here. It is windy as I don't know what. But to be honest, not compared to last night. Last night, I thought the truck was going to flip over. Honestly. And honestly, I didn't care. I didn't care. But I also was telling you, some of you guys probably thought I was exaggerating when I was talking about those peaks that I was looking at, that I'm up here, that I'm on them peaks. I just wanted to kind of show you. I don't think it does it justice just to kind of see. These trucks are kind of obstructed too, but I'm here on the peaks. I'm on those peaks. That one pretty back there, but they're all around. I don't know how the camera picking it up. I don't think the camera it never does it the right justice. Not the way that I'm seeing it, because they're everywhere. And it's just like I'm right plop in the middle of it. But anyway, yeah, this is the truck stop here too as well. That's the building over there that's it's in the process of being built. There go your bathrooms. This one doesn't have any showers yet. I'm guessing that's what they're building. So it is nippy. It is windy. It is probably around 6 a.m. see if I can get this side. The sun probably blocking it, but we're right in the middle. We're up there on those peaks. And that's exactly what it felt like last night. I could not see. Like I was telling you, I was coming here, I could not see because it was just pitch black and there was nothing else, nothing around. And the thing about it is, like, you couldn't even look like to your sides and see other mountains. All you could see was darkness. You could kind of see the sky, but I'm assuming I was just riding across the top of the damn mountain. That's what I'm assuming is why I was not seeing nothing on either. No mountains on no side of me because I wasn't none on the side of me. I was on top of the motherfucker. But it is beautiful. It's cold. I wouldn't do this trip again for that amount of money. They'd have to put about $800 extra on it. So I already got this city on do not come to business wise. Do not come to. It's already on that list. Let me set my phone to show you what I mean about the top of the mountain, but I don't want to give too much away. I don't think, because I'm thinking this is probably going to be a part 3. It definitely needs to be a part 3. Today, Friday, May 20th, it needs its own part. It needs its own part. But I'm not going to give nothing away. I just feel that today, May 20th, needs its own part. It needs its own part 3. And Thursday, May 19th, needs its own part. And this is part of it, basically. So I'm going to give you a little piece from this morning, right here. And then that's it. Just so you can see, because my windshield wipers was dirty and it was night yesterday. So you really could not see how I was on top of the mountain, basically. I was going on top of the mountain. See, I didn't know it then. Then I thought I was going somewhere in the mountains. But then I got up so high that there wasn't no mountains to the left, to the right. There was no mountains around me, you know. It was like I was having to look down. I was having to look down to see the damn mountains, you know. And I was like, I'm up here. I am up here on the goddamn peaks that I never wanted to get this close to. Man, it was rough. And it's a good thing that audio wasn't no good last night, man, because I had a fucking headache, man, from driving up that motherfucker, man. It was a long drive, you know. It was a long drive, and it was a part of the drive. I don't know, y'all can say I'm exaggerating or whatever. I'm gonna tell you how long I think it was. I think it was 2 hours. Nothing, nowhere, nothing, absolutely nothing. Nothing but blackness. Nothing. No cars, no people, no houses. Nothing but road and darkness. And I was getting scared as hell. I'm using 2 GPSs. But I'm keep looking at these motherfuckers. I'm like, are these motherfuckers right? Because this is taking me nowhere. I already done drove an hour and ain't seen nothing. No people, no cars, no houses, no buildings, no lights. This ain't right. This ain't right. Something ain't right with these GPSs. And I'm gonna tell you, if I would have been using one, I would have turned around. I would have chalked it up. I would have been like, the GPS gotta be wrong. But it was two GPSs that was telling me there's something up this motherfucker. The two of them telling me there is something up this motherfucker. The place where you need to take this, it's up here. And I just couldn't believe that. But it was a road. And that's what was tripping me out. I was like, I don't even see no tractor trailers. No other trucks coming up this motherfucker. Literally, and I'm not bullshitting. I was like, it's just me. I don't think it's right. But I kept driving, man. I drove about 2 hours, man, and I turned around this curve, man, and I just seen lights.
Amazing!
And I was like, Lord, thank God, man. I seen a fucking Walmart. And it still puzzles me today. Like, why the fuck would you put a Walmart way up here? But they had all type of, normal shit. Way up there in the mountains, man. But that's pretty much it, man. Let me bring it back down, man, because the shit was
amazing.
It was wild, man. It was wild. It was wild. That's all I can say, man. And the truck stop, yeah. Because that's the thing about it. That's what it was telling me. It was telling me it was a truck stop. See, I was going to the truck stop first. Because, of course, I'm not going to be able to unload this shit in the middle of the night anyway. But I'm trying to go to the truck stop. And when I put in a truck stop, I put in a truck stop like long time ago, and it told me it wasn't no truck stop for 90-something miles. And then the truck stop had this crazy ass name. It was called Gunsmoke Travel Center. I'm like, and cafe. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that shit is right. I'm not sure. The reason why I say that, because my GPS, especially the Garmin, when it's not one of the popular names, like every now and then you'll say truck stop and it'll take you somewhere. But it didn't take me to like residential communities. It just stopped me right in the middle of the community talking about, here go the truck stop. And this shit got some crazy ass name, hippity dippity truck stop. And it's sitting right there in the middle of a damn neighborhood. So that's why I was nervous, because I was like, I think this is one of the cases what it's doing is it's going to, it's talking about this Gunsmoke Travel Center. I was like, I don't think this place is a truck stop and it exists. But anyway, got there. You can call it a truck stop. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a place you can park your truck. And the reason why I'm saying that, it ain't got no showers. It got porta potties for your bathroom. Porta potties. But I don't know. I think this video that I'm going to show you, this I may have already showed you by now. But I think that explains it. It looked like it's going to be a future truck stop, but it ain't one yet. Because they building something in the back of this barn. Literally, the front of it is a barn. But you can get gas there. You couldn't get DEF. So I'm just trying to tell you that. I mean, how the fuck is this a truck stop and you can't get diesel exhaust fluid? It's not fuel. It's diesel exhaust fluid. And that's important to know that it's not a fuel. But anyway, yeah, whatever it was, they didn't sell it. They didn't even sell it. So what truck stop have anybody ever went to that didn't sell diesel exhaust fluid? And I'll go ahead and tell you that, right? Because you know, I don't know, but y'all should if y'all been, well, I don't know, maybe not, because I don't know how I've been releasing videos. In fact, I haven't released that video. I've released a video. I mean, I hadn't. I got a video. I still got to edit it. But it's basically one where I went to a truck stop. I'll just tell you this right quick. I went to a I probably been telling you about the video, probably on several videos. But anyway, went to the motherfucking truck stop somewhere around the North Carolina, Virginia border. And I'm just going to try to make it short this time. I couldn't get to the pump. I sat behind a truck for a whole fucking hour waiting for it to pull forward, and it never did. But all of the lanes was like that. All of the lanes was the same way. I couldn't pull up to get there. I had to sit there for a fucking hour, and they never pulled up. And to make it a long story short, I had to go in the inside, buy there for twice the cost, and put it in this damn truck and fill it up. Well, I didn't fill it up. It was only maybe close to half filled for twice the price. And then I kept the jug. And later on, I went somewhere else. I went to one of them little mom and pop truck stops and filled the jug back up. I also filled my truck up, but filled the jug back up, and I got it right up here, up under my seat. Well, I had to use that yesterday on my way up here to the mountains because I was on one of them streets that was no man's land. This before I was in the mountains. This was when I was going, I was in Colorado, but it was when I knew I was headed towards the mountains, but I didn't know I was headed to the mountains. I could see the mountains, and they kept getting closer and closer, but the land was flat as hell. But it was nothing out there, nothing out there, no gas stations, no nothing. And I ran out of diesel exhaust fluid, but I had this up under here, and it like cut the engine power and everything, because I was trying to make it to some civilization. I couldn't, I didn't make it, the bottom line. I didn't make it. I had to stop. I had to put 3/4 of this jug in, and then continue to drive. And of course, soon as I put it in there, literally 5 miles later, I ran into civilization. I was like, ain't this some shit? But I didn't even stop. I still haven't got any deaths since then. I had to fill this back up and finish filling up the truck. It was enough for me to do what I've had to do so far. And I still got almost 1/4 of the tank of death, and I got 1/4 of a tank up under my seat. Still, because I didn't get it all in there. I didn't try to get it all in there. I was rushing because I was running out of time yesterday, and I was trying to hurry up and get up. Well, I didn't know I was going to the mountains. I was trying to hurry up and get to where I was going. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to get as close as possible. I had 700 and something miles to cover, 706 miles. And just to give you an update on that, I covered about 685 of those miles yesterday. I think I could have got another 10 miles, 695, almost 700. I'm pretty sure if push came to shove and I wanted to sleep on the side of the road, I can get over 700 miles any day. But anyway, in this case, I got close. I was really impressed with that number. And I kind of lollygagged. That's the thing about it. It was some places I lollygagged. Of course, the wind is definitely a factor. Homeboy going to get him some wind. I'm not going to tell y'all that yet. This is only about yesterday. tell you something about today, but no, I only can talk about yesterday. So the bottom line is, damn, he took me off. Well, the bottom line is, hell, I drove all night and made it close to the drop, and that was yesterday. That all took place yesterday, and I'll just throw you one little tidbit in. On my way to the place yesterday, I passed, one of them signs, one of them billboards, digital billboards on the highway that sometimes, like, they'll have a I can't even think of what you call them, but they'll have like an alert for maybe somebody that's missing, or they're looking for a certain license tag or whatever. Anyway, I passed one of them, and it was talking about winter warning weather for tomorrow, which is today now. But I'll throw that in there because that occurred yesterday. And I'll tell you what was on my mind yesterday. Yesterday, I just did not know what to do. Yesterday, I was like, well, what should I do? Once I realized I wasn't near Denver, what should I do? Should I deadhead to Denver and risk getting stuck? Or should I just lose all of the money and pretty much lose a great chunk of the profit that I'd have made and just deadhead back to Kansas? Just get the hell away from this storm. That was pretty much my dilemma yesterday. Or would I get a load from up here? Which I was saying yesterday, I bet $1 million on it that I'm not gonna get no load from up here in this motherfucker, any part of Colorado. The only way is Amazon. But I also said I already knew Amazon ain't got no fulfillment center up there where I was, and I was willing to bet my life on that before I done the research. I'll throw that in there. I done the research. Hell no, they ain't got no fulfillment center up there in the middle of nowhere. Just to throw that in there, which really I was supposed to tell you that when I started talking about today. But hell no, they didn't have no damn fulfillment center up there. And it ain't even no need to keep you in suspense. We know, but where, maybe you don't know exactly where I was. Now, if you would have been over here in the passenger seat, you'll be like, hell no, ain't no fulfillment center up here. That's just like them putting a damn fulfillment center out in the middle of the desert. Ain't nobody gonna do no shit like that. Now, somebody might order some Amazon to the desert, but ain't nobody gonna be coming out here to the desert to deliver shit to other people that's not in the desert. It just ain't gonna happen. But anyway, man, I just wanted to go ahead and recap everything yesterday. Just kind of tell you about the journey. It was wild, man. I ended up with a headache, man, from the driving because I was having to whip this motherfucker left and right all around these curves. It was taking me forever and ever to get through here, get to that location. It was finally made it. It was some wannabe truck stop for porta potties, no showers. In the inside, they in there trying to sell you rocks and shit, mountain rocks. It wasn't a truck stop. And I made do. And stick around for part 3. Check out part 3 and and you'll see what happened if I woke up the next day. But I guess that's obvious. Evidently, I did wake up the next day. Because I'm here saying that the day is, okay, I lied, the day ain't the 20th, it's the 19th. So if I wake up the next day. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it, all in a nutshell. I'm trying to just think if it's anything I left out, which I'm pretty sure it is. But I'm trying to make these videos a lot shorter. Because I literally took, man, probably 6 hours of video. But I didn't put all of it in. I can kind of tell you about some of it. Some of it I was talking about those stinking ass livestock trailers and how they'll make you so sick, and how like it's a truck stop along the way that the whole, like it's like a 2-mile radius, it just smelled like livestock. And that's how last time on my way back from Colorado, I ended up deadheading farther than I wanted to because I didn't want to stop at that stinking ass truck stop. So maybe I'll throw a little clip up right here to YouTube. Man, I just want to show y'all what to look out for. If y'all see, it's 3 of them motherfuckers over there, 3 of them stinking ass trucks over there, man. But y'all see them goddamn trucks when all the goddamn holes in the side of them. Oh, them motherfuckers are disgusting. There's 3 of them over there in a row too. Man, I was trying to hold my damn breath just walking by there, man. But you gonna run into plenty of them motherfuckers out. Look, there go one. Look at that, there go one of them shit wagons waiting to goddamn come. And there's 3 over there. Just showing you, they like damn out. You know, I can't, it's hard to see because they are, you know, that one blocking the other ones. You can kind of see up there. If you look over the top, you can see that other one behind there with the hose in it. Man, them motherfuckers stink, man. Whoever tried them motherfuckers, man, I hope they get paid extra good. I mean, not extra good, extra good. Man, that shit give you a fucking headache, man. I'm not lying, man. But yeah, man, that's all, man. I just wanted to show you them motherfuckers stinking ass, them shit wagons right there. Them motherfuckers stink, man. Oh, they stink. They got this whole fucking parking lot lit up. My stomach started hurting, man, just even thinking about them, man. I wouldn't even say it smelled like shit. It smelled like shit could be a byproduct from the odor. Like the shit odor comes from that odor somehow. But this odor is worse, man. It just gives you, and that might have been why I had the headache. But yeah, I was just talking about that. I was talking about the wind, how the wind will slow you down, because it will. Coming down Interstate 70, it'll be times, like I was saying, this truck can do 75, 74, but sometimes because of the wind, it can't do over 55. So that's a factor, and I'll just tell you, don't over guesstimate like how long you're gonna, how soon you're gonna get somewhere, because just coming down these windy ass places, it can be misleading. Also, maybe I didn't throw in there about how windy it was up there on the top of the mountain. but I thought it was gonna flip the fucking truck over last night. And once I just get a certain amount of tiredness, I just don't give a fuck. So that's really what happened. I'm just so fucking tired. I don't give a fuck, and I just let it rock me to sleep. And that's exactly what it did. But it was rocking this motherfucker worse than it's ever been rocked. And I was like, man, I don't even give a fuck. If the motherfucker flip over on this side, I'ma just find a way to get comfortable and rest myself. Just rest. Yeah, I just wasn't. But yeah, it was very windy. And I think that's about it, man. And on that note, man, I think we're just gonna go ahead and close it out, wrap it up, man, and just, hey, man, there's some interesting turns in part 3. I'll just go ahead and tell you that, and part 3 ain't even done recording yet. But so far in part 3, which is basically the 20th, some interesting things are going on. Some interesting things are going on, and a lot of it still has to unfold. Is unfolding as we speak. And on that note, man, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. So, man, until next time, man, just do it.